Hey everyone, Arthur Morris here. Hope all is well. In this video, we're going to look at rationalizing a denominator with quotients involving square roots. So when it says to rationalize the denominator, that means we want to uh, do some work or use some multiplication to get rid of the square root that's in your denominator. So keep in mind that anytime we multiply a square root times itself, that's the same thing as the square root of a square. We just get what's underneath. So the quick way to remove the square root from your denominator is to multiply that radical by itself. So in this one, we're going to multiply by the square root of 2. Now remember, whatever you do in your denominator, you have to do in your numerator to keep this thing balanced. So that really means you're multiplying by 1 or multiplying by itself. So that's good. Multiply by 1. So now we have 4 times the square root of 2, and then the square root of 2 times the square root of 2, or the square root of 2 squared. So 4 times the square root of 2, and the square root of 2 squared is just 2. Now since this is multiplication in my numerator, I can simplify the 4 that's outside of my radical, that whole number 4 and the whole number 2. So I know that 2 will go into 4 2 times. So I can simplify that, and that would leave me with 2 times the square root of 2. Okay, let's try another one. All right, so this one, it says to rationalize the denominator. That means we want to remove the square root or the radical from my denominator and simplify. So I have the square root of 2 over the square root of 3. So to remove that square root of 3 from my denominator, I'm going to multiply it times itself. And whatever I do in my denominator, I have to do in my numerator. Okay, so now I have the square root of 2 times the square root of 3 in my numerator, so I can put those underneath one radical. And then I have the square root of 3 times itself in my denominator, so that's the same thing as the square root of 3 squared. So now I end up with the square root of 6 all over 3. Now be careful here. You cannot simplify that 3 into 6 because that 3 is a regular whole number. However, that 6 is underneath the radical. So you cannot simplify the 3 into 6 because the 3 is not underneath the radical and the 6 is. Okay, so we would leave it just like that. Alrighty, let's look at one more. Alright, so we have 7 over the square root of 3. So again, we want to remove that square root of 3 from our denominator. And the way we're going to do that is to multiply the top and the bottom by the square root of 3. So now I have 7 times the square root of 3 all over the square root of 3 times itself. So it gives me 7 times the square root of 3 in my numerator, and then the square root of 3 squared is simply 3 in my denominator. The 3 is not under the radical, but it cannot be simplified with the 7 because they won't go into 7 evenly, and they don't have a common factor. So we would leave it at just like that, 7 times the square root of 3 all over 3. Alrighty, good people, I hope you found this video to be helpful. Thank you.